I just wanted to go over a couple of the questions on the measuring worksheet that I've provided. Is the job accessible? Basically, we need a clean garage about 12 feet back from the door. We need to be able to access the tracks up on the ceiling. We need to be able to access the garage door operator in most cases. The driveway also, is the driveway accessible? Can we back our truck up to the job? Is there electrical power for the operator? Now, basically your electric operator is installed on the ceiling. If you want a side mount operator that's gonna mount on the side of the wall, then the outlet obviously has to be over there instead of on the ceiling. But typically the outlet is about 12 to 13 feet back in the center of the ceiling. I'm asking that so we know if we have power supplied to the appliance that we'll be installing. The next question is a very important one. Is side door interfering with horizontal tracks? If yes, please provide the measurement between the floor and the top of the side door. Is the entrance from the house, from the exterior, from the porch, does that door come into the garage? If that was the case, it may interfere and hit these tracks that are right here on the ceiling. Basically, what we're asking for is a measurement from the ground to the top of the door that swings in. Is the ground level under the door? So basically, where the door touches down on the ground, do you see daylight? This is a brand new build. This floor is about as level as you can get. We all know where we live, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, on the beach. We build houses on sand, and if your house is from the 70s, your floor will probably not look like this. So if there's any imperfections in the floor, there are different types of gaskets we can put on the bottom of the garage door that are better for imperfect floors. Does the current opener have photo cells? So photo eyes are basically an electric infrared beam that shoots across from one to another, and this is a safety feature that will prevent the door from closing on a child, a pet, really anything. If something's in the way of these photo eyes, the door won't close. The reason we ask this is because there's a liability concern with hooking up your existing motor if it does not have the photo eye sensors. Technically, if we were to do that and then the door was to close on something, we technically could be held liable for that. Is there a transom window above the door? Garage doors have windows in the garage door, or sometimes they have windows built into the framing above the garage door, a permanently fixed window above the garage door. The transom would be mounted in this area here. It's a window that would be as wide as the door is. So rather than having windows in the garage door, it's just a permanently installed window above the garage door. As you can see here, if there was a window above this particular garage door, the spring system might interfere with that window, and we don't want to mount springs to a window. And if there is a transom, it's good to know where the transom is in relationship to the floor. So if you could take a measurement from the bottom of the floor to the bottom and top of that transom, we then know where our spring assembly has to be so it's not interfering with that. A quick checklist that we've provided is, where is the garage in relationship to the house? Is it attached? Is it detached? Is there living space above? If you have a living space above the garage, we might want to talk about a good quality insulated door to try to keep some heat in here so you're not having a cold floor above. We ask about the exterior frame of the garage door, and what they're referring to is the outside opening frame. Whether the opening is a square frame, like this particular opening is, you can see the jamb comes up to the header and it meets a 90-degree square. Some garage openings would have an arched, where the jamb comes up, then from here, there's a sloping arch to the opening itself. Another one you'll see in New England would be what we call clip corner or a hex opening, like the top of a stop sign, where your jamb would come up and then there would be a 45-degree straight edge here that cuts off the corner of the garage door. Now these are important because if we were to put a door with windows in the top section and your opening has a clip corner, it may cut into the window design of the garage door. If your door has an arched opening and we put an arched glass, the arches might be in contrast with each other, which aesthetically might not look that great. So that's why these questions are important about the frame of the exterior opening. We want to know how the ceiling is finished. Is it sheetrocked? Is it strapping? Is it open in terms of rafters exposed? Is it new construction, like a new build, or is it a retrofit, basically a remodel? You have an existing door, we're just updating it. We also want to know what kind of lock system you want on your garage door. Like this slide lock right here, where you're inside the garage, you shut the door and you slide the lock. There's also what's called the center lock system, where you'll have a key and you're outside the garage, you put the key in the lock cylinder and you can lock and unlock the door from outside. So if it's a manual door only is basically when you would answer that question. We also want to know what the floor is. If it's a concrete floor, is it a gravel floor, is it tile, dirt, those type of things. Just check one. It's a generic worksheet, but there's a lot of good information on here. So the more information you can give us, the more likely you're going to be happy with your installation.